So today's post is on goal setting. It's important to understand that we have both process goals and performance goals. Process goals are the day-to-day things that we can do. To make our performance better on race day. They can be lifestyle factors, like nutrition, sleep, stretching, or they can be within training session goals, like maintaining a cadence of 80 or 90 foot strikes per minute, or focusing on your breathing. So for each of your day-to-day training sessions, it's important that you have some objective goals that you can track and focus on each day so that you're better on race day. Some performance goals for race day could be a 5K personal best, could be run for 10 minutes, or any other objective goal that you can track on race day. So it's important that these performance goals are done in a SMART fashion, which I'll touch on next. So when we're setting our performance goals, it's important to do so in a SMART way, setting specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals. So for specific, first decide whether you want to run the 5K or the 10K. Really determine the distance you want to tackle and how you're going to do it. So race distance. Then for measurable, it's important that we have a way to quantify how fast you're going. So usually time is going to be that. You can also do this through a walk-run distance. How much of it did you walk versus how much of it did you run? And from each training session or each race, you can track your progress that way. Time or distance. And then it's important that our goals are attainable. We want them to be very challenging, but not too hard that you're not going to achieve it. So they need to be something that you know is going to be tough, but that you want to accomplish and that you think you can if you work really hard at it. Challenging, but achievable. When we discuss realistic goals, it's important to consider what your background is, what your personal best is in the past. For example, if my best time for 5K is 20 minutes, it might be pretty ambitious to assume I can run 15 minutes the next race. Perhaps taking 5 seconds per kilometer off, so down to a 19:30 roughly, or 10 seconds, but be realistic with your goals. So don't expect too much with goal setting, and make it realistic. So 5 to 10 second PB perhaps per kilometer. So look at your personal best history to set realistic goals. And if it's your first time doing a 5K, perhaps the most realistic goal is just completing the distance or doing so in a run-walk manner. Now, what's most important about goal setting is have a deadline. When do you want to accomplish this goal? It's one thing just to set a goal, but you need to tell others and tell yourself, I'm going to do this on October 2nd, or I'm going to do this sometime in October, just so that you have that time crunch and that pressure to do it in a certain period of time. So the when. Ultimately, when preparing for the Compass Run for food, make sure that you consider some of these goal ideas. Give yourself some things to think about that are setting goals in a specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely way.